Afternoon Radio. My name is Fafle Kamara, and again I'm sitting for Isaac Red on this presentation of the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across the country. So what are the issues? So many things to talk about. But today my guest is a senatorial candidate in the second most populated county in Liberia, Nimba County. Some political pundits can say the heat is on. Yeah, so Armstrong Gobak Sedekbo, a senatorial candidate in Nimba County, is here as my special guest on this presentation of the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio with me, Vafli Kamara. So yes, just to slip away from my guests, as we are all aware, the government of Liberia has responded to a visa restriction announcement by the State Department of the United States. And I will just try to peruse what the government has written as welcoming that particular statement. The government says it has welcomed the latest U.S. government visa restriction policy intended to target those who undermine democracy in Liberia. And so this policy, the government says, or believes, further reinforces President George Weah's expressed commitment to building a more democratic society grounded in respect for the rule of law, free expression and association, as well as the holding of free and fair elections. So in essence, the government is saying that it welcomes the visa restriction policy announcement that was issued by the Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. And as a matter of fact, I have just been from a press conference at the U.S. Embassy where the Deputy Secretary for West African Affairs, Michael Heath, has just addressed the media, also, furthering and also expressing the policy, the essence of the policy. According to him, it is something to serve as deterrence. It is not anything to target a particular, the government or particular individuals, but those who will tend to undermine democracy in Liberia, especially the lead up to the elections. Anyway, that's the latest news trending right now. But my guest, as I said, is Mr. Armstrong Gobak Sedekbo, the senatorial candidate in Nimba County. He's independent, as a matter of fact. Well, Mr. Sedekbo, good afternoon to you. How are you?
Let me say good afternoon to you. Let me also use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to all of you for accepting us to be on the platform this evening to share our own idea on how we look at Nimba and Liberia large. I also want to say good afternoon to all well-meaning citizens in Liberia.
Great. Is this your first time, into an election as a candidate contesting?
Well, I think this is my second time national elections.
Okay.
And besides the smaller election at school days and all this, this is my second time. So
the first time you contested as what?
As representative before.
Representative.
Okay.
But first of all, before we go any further, just introduce yourself further, that the people know who you are, and to also announce that this interview is being relayed on other community radio stations in Nimba County, 5 as a matter of fact. And so Mr. Sedekbo will announce that the names.
Firstly, we are live on the radio Senwe, radio Sletowa in Ganta, Voice of Nimba, and we also on radio Saklipi Live and Chub FM in Saklipi. So we are on about 5 plus, and I think ELBC can also be on radio Lewa in Tapeta. So we are on a huge platform this evening. More Nimbahans are listening, and I pray that I be interactive. But just to know a bit about me, I'm Armstrong Gobak Sedekbo. I was born in the beautiful town of Zor Geipa, My home is the last town on the mountain. There's no town beyond me, Monima. And I grew up in Gaypa Public School, where I attended Gaypa Public School up to 6th grade, came to Monrovia, attended St. Mary's High School, went to RC Lawson and graduated, and then moved forward to AMEZU, where I obtained a bachelor degree in criminal justice, and also get a postgrad diploma in M&E and project planning. And I worked with the Ministry of Planning and Ministry of Finance for 9 years.
Okay.
And work in Basel as M&E persons, county monitoring officer in Basel for 4.5 years, and then came on for 3+ years. I grew up in a system from the Ministry of Planning to the Ministry of Finance. I've been able to serve in many capacities back home on volunteer basis, working with the football team, the county activities. Most of the activities in the country for the last 12 years I've been involved. But the one I'm always proud to do is that I live most of my life as an advocate, advocating for activities in the improvement of activities in the concession era, because I come from under the mountain, like I told you, Monima, and where we come from, I mean, we live a very bad life in a way that we are always treated unfairly. So some of us felt that it is necessary at this time that we take the bull by the horn to advocate for our people, and we've been advocating through, and currently we trying to go to the political space so that we can find a platform for us to sit to make sure that we can improve activities in the life of our people back home in Nima.
Great.
So these are super important.
Well, great to know, your background and all that. But you said you contested before as a representative.
Yeah.
So you didn't win. Now, Senator, what's the motivation behind that?
Well, sometimes politicians can say that politics is about timing and variable. Sometimes the variable right, the timing are not right. Sometimes the timing right, the variable are not right. The two must work together. This year election, a group of young people went together, and they felt that at this critical junction of our country history, where the senator has lived most of his useful time, and right now he can no longer perform, and he fading away.
Who's the senator?
The outgoing Senator Prince Yami Johnson.
He's
outgoing Senator Prince Yami Johnson. So for that reason, they felt that it is necessary we have a young people to take a space, and majority of the young people came together.
When you say outgoing, is it a statement of fact, or is just?
Yeah, we are doing everything possible to make sure that he get retired by force, because we asked him to retire voluntarily. He refused, and again now we are doing everything possible that he can be re-elected. So that's what I'm calling outgoing. So there was a consensus among the young people, old folks, and they said, look, I'm sure you've been leading NIMA in advocacy, you've been doing a lot of important things in NIMA. We think you are the face of the young people, and you can face the old men to go into the politics and see to it that you can serve country, because you cross-cut among the citizenry, and because I cross-cut among the young people, the old folks, I mean, the tribal cross-cutting and everything. So they feel that it is necessary that I participate in the election to defeat the old men, so that we can have a better NIMA where everybody can be judged on the basis of what you can bring on the table, or what you add, or who you add, but not on the basis of which tribe you're from or which personality you pay homage to. So we want to open space for NIMA politics, and NIMA politics can be decided by everybody, not an individual. So they feel that the young people feel that I'm the most likable person to give that space.
Okay, so you're trying to say your constituency is the young people?
Yeah, majority of the constituencies are my peer, not who are looking at us too. Majority of them supporting me. Okay. But again, the young people dominate in the circle of the politics. Okay. Right now, between 70 to 78% of the people, they are below 50, 40 coming down. Okay. So that's why we call the young people name.
So you said the incumbent Senator Prince Johnson is unable to lead as a senator because his age, and you think that he's not making the right decisions. Why they say that he's not doing that you can do right?
Firstly, the senator is becoming a natural embarrassment to the whole country.
Natural embarrassment?
Natural embarrassment.
How is it? How is it an embarrassment? This is a man who is considered as a kingmaker and as the godfather of Nima County. You say he's an embarrassment.
Now, here is a question back to you. How does a godfathership impact the life of the majority of the people in Nima?
I don't know you there.
Yeah, so that's why we say he's becoming a natural embarrassment, right? Every time the senator, like in the last 3 months, he made almost 4 far-threatening statements. And whenever he made these statements
against whom?
Whether against government or as individual, like the new one that have been all in the head of if they don't win, then there'll be war, etc. So I don't want to be repeating a statement because I don't concur with it. It is attributed to us as Nima people. And sometimes we are not consulted when you're about to make a statement. The second issue here is that the senator has failed to reconcile the county.
So you right now on this platform distancing yourself as a Nimba citizen from the statement he's been making.
I'm distancing the entire Nima because I'm the next senator. I'm the leader of the people. Because the statement he's making, he tried to entrap us when we were not informed or consulted. The senator is unilaterally running a county that has over 600 people, according to the latest report, and he is not consulting
600,000.
600,000 people, rather. Yeah, 600,000 people. He is not consulting us. He's not having a mass meeting to know what we want, what the agenda is. And we had a critical junction where we got more people coming. And one of the key reasons the young people want me to lead is that we have more young people going to school, graduating, coming down. They need job. They are not getting job. We come from a concession era. We do not have a concession county is Nima. We do not have access to the job market there. We do not have a transition point where we can find job for ourselves or young people. The senator says he's a godfather, and he has become more wasteful. And to be able to come to us as a young generation, when I mean us, I mean,
how can you say he's wasteful when he's also considered as a liberator?
Well, liberating people and being wasteful in the management of the people is another thing. You can liberate somebody from harm, and then they give you the opportunity to manage the person to improve their life, and then you cause a problem that will deny the person more opportunity than that. I don't want to disagree with liberation theory or why he did the part. We all appreciate him for that. The senator, like I said, just for me to not forget, the senator, like I was saying, we have a county where he's a godfather. 31 million United States that have been infused into Nima for development from ArcelorMittal since 2006. The $31 million up to now, even the senator who got no role. We have 23 yellow machines with 2 trucks. Up to now, there's no road to his. Most of us, even as senatorial candidates, we are running a campaign. If you want to really get access to most of the bigger towns and villages, you have to park the vehicle and get on motorbike to go. That is happening.
This is to say one of your platforms is road.
My key platform is job for young people, job negotiations, job creation, especially job negotiation. My key platform is job. I believe that the population is huge. Every day we got over, in a year time, with the exceptions of, in a year time, we come second to Cotton Graduate School, we come second to all the universities outside of Nima. And then when you go to Nima get around 3 to 4 universities now as we speak. And beginning next year, I can predict that we'll be graduating around 1,400 plus people. How do these people get job? So I believe the best way we can develop Nima now is we should create opportunity that people can have job when they're leaving from university, when they're leaving from high school, or when they prepare, like for example, when somebody come out where they were able to go to vocational school because they could not afford to go to get BSc, they should have the opportunity for a job. So that is my key focus. Not forgetting about the issue of road. The reason why I don't want to make the road as a focus is that the road can be managed. One, there's a good Nima legislative caucus that would not have people believing stealing money. I personally believe we can have a better road because we have the equipment. We have 23 yellow machines. It's just that the senator has become a natural embarrassment.
No. But even the creation of job or new job negotiation is equally a collective effort and not individual effort.
It could also be an individual effort. I started it when I was working in Bato, and Bezonga Fine was a Senate Pro Tem. At the time when I was working in Bato, Bezonga used to work to ArcelorMittal, get most of the young people go with them and go in the field, say, look, gentlemen, you find something for the people. He did it 3, 4, 5 times. I was saying to Anabe in order to do it. Currently, the entire Nima have issues with the ArcelorMittal activity. They said to Anabe in order to address it, like on the issue of the community relations officer. How do I explain to my 3-year-old son that Nima is a county with 5 tribes and we have a community liaison officer coming from where? Kemo. But no disrespect to the Kemontinians. How do you mediate between Vavli and myself when you can't understand the two of us? So most of the issues that are rising from the concession area that are leading to demonstration and other things is coming up because there is lack of communication between the people on the ground in the concession era. And this, our godfather, has not been able to mediate between us to be able to find.
But he's just one individual. There are 2 senators.
You can have 2 senators, right? If you move,
and other members of the caucus.
If you move, okay, that's why I want to go there to focus on the issue of the job negotiation. When I'm elected as senators, I work to Aslamita CEO or whosoever in charge, give them a plight of what happened on the ground. Once you go there, you reach out to them, you have a conversation with them, and share this idea with them, they will listen to you. The development partners are not here to make confrontations with people, but it depends on the way you present your issues and present your case to them. I don't think the governor of Liberia, the president of the Republic of Liberia, will want in the concession era that there will always be a confusion, but it depends on how people present themselves. Our senator have been too much fixated into pushing his personal interests or personal agenda ahead of NEMA. Something that
what do you mean by that? This is a man who continues to say he wants sons and daughters of NIMBA to hold ministerial positions, deputy ministerial positions, and all that. I mean, directors and all that.
That can't be message.
He's not being selfish.
That can't be message, because I know him very well. Firstly, in 2017. We were part of the group that supported the CDC, like me sitting now. When we supported the CDC, after the CDC won, everybody took their CV to the senator. The end of the day,
so he requested your CV.
He requested everybody. Don't take me out of here. I'm just saying the young Liverpool supported the CDC. When they took it from there, the senator received CV. He kept it there, and he was there making confusion with young people, making confusion with the people back home when the government was being well distributed. He was one of the job of being distributed. He was one of those persons who actually denied NIMA. So when he came here at this time and started shibbling, it became an issue where some of us get confused because I was part of the process. I knew about it.
But do you subscribe to the idea where a lawmaker should be there negotiating for, appointed positions for fellow natives from a county? Do you subscribe to that idea, or it should be on the basis of competence in all that?
It's a good idea, because if you are a lawmaker, you negotiating job, you will not send a foolish one. The president will set a criteria and give you and say, look, as a senator,
it means that then you are the standard. You use your discretion as the standard for the person's competence.
No,
that's a bad theory.
Why are you so happy during Ellington? I would know was that Ellen see a gap. Ellen will call the caucus member or most stakeholders in government, say, look, we want a gap. The Harrison County going to Ministry of Internal Affairs. It was argued that there were more manner in the Ellen government for the first 2 years, then that'll give, and they needed another senior give person. It was argued, and on the account when he came out, that's how he became Internal Affairs Minister. When Ellen said, this space, we have it for NIMA. But because we have this for NIMA, we need a recommendation from the few people of a stakeholder that will fit within it. But that stakeholder should come from the dancer. These negotiations happen with a committee in a group. But unless the senator who said now pompously and refuse to allow people to have consultations on what they want, the senator are making himself so focused on what he gets. He collects money and put it on project that is not useful. Every day building new house, new fence and everything. And making so much focus on his personal life at the detriment of the over 600,000 people. So that's some of the reasons why we want him to sit aside, carry a godfather title home and sit with a godfather title to a house. When there are issues that require godfathership, we will reach him. So we want to run the country in the way that the young people, our emerging generation, can have access to the ballot politics. We can have an open space where somebody can go and argue for their job. Somebody can argue for opportunity for NIMA. Somebody can come back and be able to give back to the country.
As much as you want, the senator to leave the political scene in NIMBA County because according to you, he's an embarrassment right now to the county, but you are not in a position to be elected. I say so because I think you don't have the numbers. You can prove me wrong right now.
Vavle, our first issue here is that the election is number. There's a number going on, and I'm very optimistic that I will defeat the senator. One of the things that happened.
So apart from the senator, who do you fear?
Well, I fear nobody. I believe the senator is in my space. He has to leave so that I can sit. So most of the argument will focus on him because he tried to make a case that he liberated. We will say, yes, you did well for us, but we are giving you 18 years. even assuming that you are even making $100 liberty per month, you calculate by 18 years. I mean, we are paying you if it is just about $100 liberty. Right now, you do your best. It's about time you exit so that our generation can be able to sit with our peer now. You look in government everywhere. You look in government everywhere. You will notice that most of the lead forces in the governance systems of the country, they are all young people. They are all peer. We went to school together from Nema. Most of us went to school, the University of Liberia, this, that. Some travel. We got people coming down with PhD from Nema, but they are not finding their space. How can a whole country be run without the presence of Nema young people sitting on the table to have conversation on how the country go on? Nema is the only country that is actually denied because we have one person who feels he's a demagogue, and because he feels he's a demagogue, he's not giving us the opportunity to sit to argue with our friends for opportunity that will go back to our people. So that's why we're asking, look, you have to exit. And we are trying our best to do everything possible. We go above, he will exit the space by October 10th so that when I take over, we can have a first thing we want to do, we want to have the All Nema conference. And All Nema conference, where we sit down, we understand what are the key issues, the issue of development, the issue of the social development fund, because it's a shame and embarrassment to all of us to say that you are receiving up to 31 million since 2005 in social development fund, and up to now you have no role. You can't say you have 23 air moving equipment, and up to now you have no role. Look, a few days ago, I was in Dompa. While going there, that when I entered, I was joking with him and laughing. I said, but you mean, OPSG, all that, who started to laugh with him, and started sharing for it. He said, but we got yellow machine and we share phone with it. Understand that you come from Sanikole. When you go to Sanikole, there's 7 kilometers away from Sanikole when you're going to Yapie. They start going Yapie way. You can't go there with car. I was there just 4 days ago before coming. We went there for an endorsement, and everybody will have to leave their car in Sanikole. You can't own motorbike. You're talking about near the capital city. Now, here is a senator that managed a PM when President we had took over. There were 2.8 million put into the country account, and also 58 million Liberian into the country account from scratch scale, everything. The government Liberia put it there, were published. The senator selected his PMC workforce and the work. The end of the day, in 90 days, the money got finished. A yellow machine was repaired.
My point is,
it broke down.
My point is, how come all of you sat down, allow one man to control everything, and now you want to come out? It seems too late for you and others. For me,
no, it's not too late. It's not too late, right? One of the key opportunities we have this year is that Senator Johnson has always been backed by government. For instance, in 2014, when you're going for a re-election, a young and energetic young man, Dr. Tiko Yole, wanted to contest, and then the government suppressed him and they took him out of the race. And everybody that was contesting, even when Peter Wiato contested against him, Peter Wiato won on Unity Party ticket, and Wilmot Pay and all of denying, they suppressing, in favor of Senator Johnson. So this year, at least we are in a good move that I am lying.
You think there's the opportunity?
There's a fair opportunity. This year, he's going to prove himself. Because here is it, we are in a situation where the government is not protecting him. The government also have a candidate, and he and the government, while they are on the law here, we have everybody fighting for survival. So with the edge,
so it's an open race.
It's an open race where I'm the face of the young people. All that most of the pray for is to have logistics to move because we have the energy to move. We are young. We can go anywhere. We can adapt to any system, and we are campaigning with no rest. And that's the reasons why we are very optimistic that we're going to defeat the owner.
Okay, so Nimba is a big county, very big county, land space, everything. Some inaccessible, some areas. So when you look at your county, where are your strongholds?
My strongholds is my peer, the young people.
I know, but I mean, in terms of whether it's District 1, the Sanikole Belt, the Tabata area.
I still maintain my stronghold. I'm a peers.
They say for some political reason you don't want to disclose where you have your strongholds. They say from the Manon Belt or the Geo Belt, where?
That's one of the key reasons why I want to become senator, right? Because the outgoing senator, Prince Jamin Johnson, has always used a tribal divide, sectional divide, so that he can consolidate power. And that has been his strength. For instance, right now we have a simple issue in Nima. about the land crisis. He's supposed to solve that problem since, but he always uses it so that he can consolidate a vote. Like for instance, he went to Nima of recent and he called people and he said that he told people in Saclay he are going for burial. He said, look, if you have Musa ability, the Madigopo can take all the land. So the man he give the clap for him, who maybe may have an issue with the land issue, they clap for him. So I don't want to delve into a situation or sectional or tribal politics. I believe my strength is my peer. My peer are going to support me. The other old folks are believing in us. They're going to support me. I believe a cross-cut between all tribes and all sides. And I think we have an agenda as young people to prove, and that agenda will be properly handled when we move. We're not disrespectful.
So where will you be surprised if the results start to come? If you start to get lower numbers in lower Nimba in the Tabeta area, will it be a surprise to you?
Firstly, I'm the only Canadian in a race who will not get zero voting in a polling center. At all costs, every polling places in Nimba, I will have a number.
Yeah, but your number will not be of strength to get you away.
Huge number or small number in a particular polling place, I will not get zero. Because why? I live in the politics of the country. I live in the country advocacies. I have relationship with people. We have built a relationship that money cannot change. We have built a relationship that money cannot buy. Like for instance, right, I was running a campaign in one of the towns when I reached there while we were talking to the people. One representative, aspiring king, who is an older brother, and Zalo gave him chance to talk. After he finished talking, the citizen asking for cement bear and everything. And when he pledged to get 10 bear, he gave 4 bear money, he left. When I talk, the client, he said nobody should ask him for anything. He's one of our own because he has struggled for this country. He been in the country for long, advocating for people. He left a job for us. I resigned 2 jobs because of advocacy. I was the Ministry of Finance payroll. When I go to where I resign because I was leading a serious fight against the Aslam Terror Amendment. The Aslam Terror Amendment, the entire Nima came after behind me when we were leading the fight against Aslam. We disagree with the Terror Amendment, and we still disagree with it up to now. We feel that certain things are not put into place because Aslam still got 8 years, and in 8 years, they are not being able to meet our expectations. So for government to give them additional 20 some more years, we said no to that. So we were leading the fight, and I had to resign from Ministry of Finance. I got another job with another company later on. We had to resign again because of the advocacy. So the citizen has been there. They understand what's going on. The citizen understand the role we are playing, and they are optimistic that they're going to elect us. Our campaign is not as difficult as it's supposed to be. The only challenges we have is that because we have a bad economic right now, so resources where you have to reach out everywhere, so that you get constrained, you have to take break. But beyond that, I'm very optimistic that I will get a huge number of votes and defeat the old man.
Why did you decide now to contest as independent?
Well, here is the situation, right? We have a tough situation. In 2005, I supported voted for George Weah. 2011, of course, the Nima sent me on Senator Johnson was running for the president. I was assistant secretary for record at the NUDP. And then the round-of election did not go on because CDC withdrew from it. In 2017, we campaigned and voted for the CDC. So almost the entire candidate thought that we have been a CDC choice. Secondly, again, we also have that they not become their choice. Best reason, best known to them, which is not a bad thing. A second reason again is that the Unity Party, the Unity Party at this critical junction also have a Nimbayan, a very strong Nimbayan, young Nimbayan, who is the face of the politics right now in Nimba, Senator Jeremiah Kwankun, as a vice or running mate.
He said he's the face of the
country. He's the face of the young people. Not because I'm not supporting him, he's the face of the young people. He's also running to be a vice president. You also have one of our senior elder, Councillor Gonglo, also running for the presidency. Dr. Wapo running. So in the mix of all of those things and being the only person in the country looking up to reconcile the country, I felt that it would be necessary not to injure any of them. Let me swallow the bitter pills to go as independent Canadians so that we can move on.
Politics is not for those who sympathize with people. You're kind of like sympathizing with people. Why are you doing that?
The reason is that I'm the point of consensus and I'm the point of reconciliations. When we win the election, we want to have an all-Nima conference. We also want to have a a space where we can bring back and swallow the bitter pills to be able to bring the people together and sit down and say, look, where we are, this is what we should do, and we'll move on. Senator Johnson is now out of the picture because the entire NIMA, the intellectual class are grieving. Most of our old folks are dying with grief because they no longer have access to decisions in the country, which is wrong. I want to win the election to be able to give the opportunity back to the old folks, the intellectual class, and everybody, so that they can have access to what happened in the country, what is being discussed, how they can move on with their own country. You can have a country, for instance, where you see when something want to happen to Nima, everybody should run to Senator Johnson's house. Does it make sense? Eddie Noah used to do that. And what make it very bad for us is that we don't know whether it was medicine Senator Johnson made with the CDC government.
Why would he say that?
Because Eddie Noah used to do that. The CDC government just fell into the old man hand. And that's why we all can be sitting laughing. Because me here, I can be for CDC. We work for the CDC. CDC won election. They excommunicated everybody. Our own country leadership excommunicated. Everything was PYG. CDC leadership in the country started having small access to the government when PYG won and when their marriage fell apart. And that was the wrong thing. We need to have a NIMA where a stakeholder, when there's something happening in Blood Diala, a stakeholder from there too should have a role to play in mitigating that issue. When there's an issue in the Mandingo or the Muslim community, a Mandingo or Muslim area should be able to have access in having that conversation. It shouldn't be why they will just say the government was okay, when you talk to print, you talk. And then when we come out, people see all they say, I could have printed, I could have free women, I printed people. That stereotype is wrong for us. It's very, very wrong and painful to us. Where people try to stereotype us wrongly, we know went to school to be a Prince Johnson people. None of all left Nima County try to pay out high interest with them to kind of go to university in Monrovia just to be Prince Johnson people. So, we have to get rid of that. Where everybody will have access to the country, people will be valued on the basis of what you know, what you stand for, where you come from, which part of Nima you come from, which role you are playing, and what is your input and what you bring on the table. We want for each and every Nima to be seen that way. We want for concessionaires to respect us, that when there are vacancies, people should be prioritized on the basis of their professional performance or what they want to do. And not on the basis of what somebody can go to Prince Johnson, somebody can go and carry Sarah, go to Prince Johnson. We said no to these things. Senator Johnson has honored almost everything in the concession era.
It seems as if your campaign and your politics is, squarely targeted at the incumbent.
Yeah, but he get my job. I want you to leave. Let me get a job to be able to reconcile the country. So that's the reason, because all the few participants who are not going anywhere, the election is between the senator and myself, because obviously he have a natural constituent.
Don't be surprised if he responds to you.
Of course, he always responds when I want. He always responds, so I'm not be surprised. Even when I hear the last time he respond again, even when I hear radio in the man talking, sometimes he responds. So it's not a strange thing. The senator, the reason why we call his name is he is the one in the space that we're trying to get. We have few participants passing around, but I believe the election is about a fight between he and I and the young generation backing me. Our interest is to take on power, to be able to save our country, the face of our country, the image of our country, so that we can be respected like the way other people can be respected. See, Jefferson Koji, Finabo, a few young people from Lofa, they are being able to work in the political system and influence more opportunity for Lofians. You can see it. So why should we sit and say we get a godfather who every day we go to school, we got no space, we got nowhere to negotiate, we got nowhere to sit. His idea has become so arcade and only focus on money that you got no use for. Look for money to just people in debt to get us say building houses.
No, let's leave that now. On Capitol Hill, your cardinal functions, 3 cardinal functions, if elected, will be lawmaking, oversight, representation. I think we've talked a lot about your oversight responsibility, how you're going to negotiate jobs for young people, the young people that you consider as usually your constituency. Now, lawmaking, is there a specific law that have you drafted something like a law that you want to see pass if elected as senator of Nima County?
Yeah, our privilege to work to go to Ministry of Planning as kid, and I grew in a system which I could consider as the nucleus of the government. I feel there are some structural rearrangement that need to be done. For instance, In Ghana, we have the MAE unit, the Monitoring Evaluation Unit, under the Ministry of State. But in Liberia, it's spread. Almost every ministry and agency have their own MAE unit. The unit at the Ministry of Finance is not really functioning because of political will. And the bad thing about the MAE unit there is that it's one of the things that hold the country backward. You have the finance minister or the finance ministry is spending the money. As they're spending the money, then they got an MAE report coming to them. I think it's not good. When that becomes the first,
so it's like a player and a referee.
We need to have a robust MAE unit under the Ministry of State that the president can wake on one day and just pick on one document to find out what is happening in Nimba, what is happening in Lofa, what is happening without consulting the Minister of Finance. But if the Minister of Finance will have to bring the MAE report to the president, that's one of the key things I will advise my colleague for us to see how we can restructure the Ministry of Finance and Development.
And so you want to establish MAE as an agency? As an agency,
under the issue that will report directly to the Ministry of State.
So there wouldn't be MAE units in various government ministries and agencies?
No. It should be in a way that they can be.
So what's the rationale behind that?
The rationale is every spending entities will have to understand that they got somebody checking on them. For instance, if
but this is why you have the internal audit agency.
The internal audit agency only focus on the fiscal aspect of it. But you talk about development projects on
performance-wise.
Performance-wise, then you see that somebody received $1 million to do a project of to build a clinic. The internal audit agency, to my knowledge, they are mostly focused on the procedures, the budgetary procedures, and how the money has been spent, whether the procurement process, etc., whether it go in line with the law. But do they have the power to know whether which type of material was used on the field, and what's the durability of that project, and what the standard of that project? No. So you need that's why the MAE unit come in. That's one of the things we need to address. The second issue we need to address is that on the issue of the national security. As a student of security science, I believe the security systems in the country is politicized too wrongly. One thing I noticed in this country is that the rural towns and villages that got no national security presence, their law and order restored through traditions and order as compared to the urban setting that got national security. Because in a rural area, like for instance, let me get a case study with Neymar. Right? You reach to Neymar, you go to a town called Blay. In Arabia, Yamen. That time situated that there's a law there when you enter any town as a stranger, you love to somebody woman, you have to get 3 bonus in. 2 for the person you love to a woman, 1 for the town people for development. Once you get in the town, they'll read that law to you. People live within it. You got a community wide forum that got no gun, no goods, uniform. People respect that community. When the town say A, that A. But you come to places like Senegal or Uganda, where the policemen got gun and everything. When they say A,
but the criminal rate is
high. And when you say B, you also have telephone call coming from everywhere. We need to review the entire national security activities in the country. Where we can depoliticize. When we were in school, we were arguing that even the police commander should be elected, or let the police leave from under the Ministry of Justice. Let it be a little bit independence there. But the political will, having the immigration, the police, the DEA, and everybody, then you have a budgetary constraint where the manpower on the field are not getting the needed logistics or the needed funding, but they are providing national security to over 5 million people. This thing should be reviewed. We need to review most of these activities that will meet up with our present day reality. What happened in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, we have to review it now. You cannot use that method. Like I was telling somebody in Freetown, right? I went to a town that I met a group of pastors in one of the area called in to pray for me, and some of them tried to quiz me when I began trying to talk what would be the issues. When I raised it, either the old man raised who was one of escaped from one of the massacre also, and tried to shed tears that people just suffer for them and days. So I told him, if that situation come now, do you think people can wear a boots to run 1 meter? No. That situation happened in the past. Right now, what we're trying to do as a country and our people is that we're trying to prevent what happened in the past. That's why the media is helping with. There's so much the media raising, everybody go and condemn it. not so that it can expand.
Okay.
When one person make a threat, we go there. So when we say so, when we're planning this country now or planning activities of this country, even as a legislature, we have to review plenty of things that are familiar with it. Okay. Do you know that even our procurement process, when it kind of fleet management, is a wrong issue? Government wastes a lot of money on fleet. You buy vehicle today, somebody was just appointed a minister today, they look at money, there no standard, they go to buy 9,000. After 1 week, that is mixed. So then the person go and the vehicles for only because that person wanted to live in a luxurious land, wanted to put a community they administer. So
there's a difference in comfort.
We need to have a standard which are a minister, which is going to keep going. If you don't want to buy a luxurious car, because we are wasting more money on required budget and development budget so that it becomes valuable.
How well do the people of Nimba County understand these policy issues?
The first thing is that they have the staff of bypass and get out of the way. Who is not giving opportunity for
the only way you will get out of the race if your alternatives are thinking, are resonating.
Yeah, that's why we are working with people. The media is helping people disseminating the information. There are issues ongoing, people discussing what we can do. So what we look at is that we got to get the Nimba can become better. The only way we mind, even the young one are going to school, can even get an opportunity to compete, to be respected among their friends, is until we get rid of this old man.
No, I disagree. I disagree with you. You can say he's solely and wholly the problem.
He's a problem because he's not giving access to general conversation. He's not giving opportunity to people for consensus building. He's not a technical person. He doesn't understand technical issues, and he refuses to consult. So because of that, he take acrimonious decisions that affect all of us, and we are being stereotyped as pre-Johnson people, which is bad for us. Okay. See, group of intellectual people that are going to school. So that's why we want him to set aside so that we can run the country.
Okay, if you just joined us, you're listening to the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio. My name is Vafle Kamara, and this afternoon, my guest is a senatorial candidate of Nimba County, Armstrong Gobak Sidekpo. He's here as my guest. Let's see if we can take some calls. You can call us now on 080514096, 080514096. Better still, 0770-581886, 0770-581886, or 080514096, and be live on the Bumper Show this afternoon. Now, before we entertain the calls, and I hope I will really appreciate if I get more calls from the people of Nimba County this afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Bonson Cornelius Wombi, and I phone him this afternoon from Kamble, Kampala.
Great, let's hear you.
All right, thank you, and thank you for having our incoming senator in studio. We are following, even though with just the impromptu invite sent to us, the young people of Beleka District are glued to their radio, monitoring and listening to what our senator have to tell the country and the country at large.
So you support him, right?
I believe in him 100%, and we are doing everything possible that he becomes the next senator in January.
Thank you very much. Let's hear from this person. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, let's hear from this person. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the show. Hello?
What's your name? Go ahead.
My name is Anthony Bena. I call from ITV County.
Go ahead.
Thank you for the show. These are the people that we need in the society that are helping us about Nimba County. We need a senator. We will vote for that senator, and we'll make sure that we maintain seat. Thank you so much for the show.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello, Pablo?
Yes.
Thank you for the show. I'm Steve Zahn. I come from Zulu Whiskey.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Firstly, let me register my appreciation for your question this afternoon. You raised some sensitive questions that require a journalist to raise, and I like the last words of your guest by saying, by God's will, Prince Joseph will be executed. To the question. My question is, I really want to ask him, my attention has been drawn to the liberation. Is it true that Prince Johnson has liberated Nima County? The reason is simple. Because the very Nima people are accusing Prince Johnson of killing their people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Call us on 0770581886, 0705811886. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Franklin Dow. I'm calling you from Sanakore.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my question to your studio guest. He said that Senator Johnson have not given the opportunity to the young people in Lima. So how many, I say you were working to Ministry of Finance according to him, how many joy you provide for the debate or for the young people that he preaching today?
Okay. Thank you, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead. What's your name? Quickly.
Yes, my name is Tupa and I'm calling from Panikore, Lima County.
Go ahead.
Let me appreciate the economic turnaround of Lima, the face of the young people. I'm following so much, and Ashton is one of the best candidates now for Lima. And this is the time that we, the young people, have decided that Ashton should lead the struggle of the people. Because it's unfortunate that we have the mountain in Lima. ArcelorMittal is operating, and more other mountains working, and there are different companies, and the Lima people continue to be suppressed. And we think that is now the time that Ashton can liberate the people. So I just want to commend the honorable man that the young people are with you, and we are standing to work with him. Let me appreciate him and go on to campaign. Your young people are ready to lead you. Thank you.
Let's hear from this person. Hello? Hello, go ahead.
Yes, my name is Harris Dan. I joined you this afternoon from ELBC Junction.
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to address the studio guest. I'm a son of Nima. And in Nima, they have two popular tribes. They have the Mano and the Gio. For me, I'm from the Gio side. And I don't want to be sentimental, like, supporting Prince Johnson consistently. This time around, I want to support the Mano side. Okay, now, we are carrying, Nyatwayen. And Gobasek was in studio pushing his agenda to cut Nyatwayen vote down. You understand? So it's time now for we that from the Gio belt to support this man guy to unseat Senator Prince Johnson, because we are no longer embracing Senator Prince Johnson. He's causing problem in our country.
So you want Senator to step aside, right?
Yeah, Gobasek should have contested.
Okay, thank you.
Nyatwayen the chance to push the agenda of the man to take the seat.
Okay, thank you. Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yeah, go ahead quickly. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Oliver Dion, joining you from San Central Nima County.
Yeah, quickly.
Yes, my question goes to the studio guests. What are some of the impacts and development and advancing within the country?
Okay, thank you. I can take a call and then go back to my guests. Hello?
Hello, and hello to the studio guests.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
My name is Giovanni, and thank God I have gone through, and I call you from Ganta City. Quickly, let me say good afternoon to Gobasrebo. This is my fair analysis. People are kidney and put me on record. Goba will not contest neither fourth in the election in Lima. And I hate him. He's a young man.
Why you say so? Why you say so?
This is the analysis, right? There's no way Prince Johnson will lose the election. I don't want him to be senator. I don't love him to be senator. But the point is, Senator Johnson will win the election because our deal people are resolved. What back up on the deal settlement?
No, you being trouble. Let's stay go.
No, I'm not listening. I'm not talking about it.
Okay.
Limba was not too tough.
Okay.
We got two top. We got the deal. We got the
let's hold you there. Let's forget about the trap thing. Let's hold you there. So, Mr. Senekbo, you listen to the callers. You know, I mean, it seems to me this issue about the Mano side, the Geo size, it's a sentimental politics that is still deeply rooted.
Firstly, to respond to that from where the calls come from, Senator Johnson has always used that to survive. So based on that, and there is a pain I go on, right? I can be fair with you. Senator Johnson, before then, in the 18 and 90, when we came to Monrovia in the 90s, if one man do something, they would say that like Geo people, we were in one uniform as Geo people. Nobody used to know the difference, but when he took a mantle authority, he decided to split the group just for him to consolidate power. And here is the pain, right? He doesn't have horse in a home. Go man play. He had to go to a home. You know, he can't go to a home. Or a property in Ganta in Manobio. But he go back to District 4 and 5 and tell the people, say, the Manobo hate you, only because he want to consolidate power. That is the pain he causing the people. Like,
okay, somebody say you will not come even fourth.
Well, it's an opinion, or how you call it? It's an opinion from somebody. The person feels so, and I'm optimistic that I will defeat the senator, so I don't want to waste my time on that. On the issue of the liberation, somebody called from Grand.
Yeah.
You say I should decide whether to join liberation.
No, he said he wants to know if it is actually true, because there are also reports that he also killed people.
What I want to say when it comes to the issue here is that when the war came in, I was much smaller. We heard that there were issues, and those issues were resolved through gun battle, which I don't appreciate. So I don't want to boast about whether somebody liberated or not. Okay. What we always say is that if it is true that this man liberated us, I think we are paying back. Let him give us access to the government system so that we can be able to compete with our peers.
Okay.
And our argument is not whether you up to
somebody should have given them the chance.
A job. How many jobs that we have provided?
Yeah.
I've been able to help over 553 jobs directly or indirectly through negotiation and concession. The records there. If I decide to name people who we have direct people in the country on the records that we live all our life, advocating for people, the records are there. People are available to testify to that. So I don't want to even sit here to start calling people in because of some reason. Or issue of to give into what are you calling you?
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't know whether the people are in the race, but I think on the issue of the election, people try to travel, and they even said that I'm a Geo and Geo result is not true. This election this year is an election where people are resolved to make the difference for their own interests, regardless of tribe or directions, regardless of who you are, where you come from. It's about who put food on the table. It's about how we can get opportunity. So it's not about the men at Geo or the men at Manome or the men at this. That's why I don't want to dive into the Mano Geo issues.
Okay, Mr. Senebo, before we leave you, presidential election, who are you supporting?
Nobody.
Why?
I'm an independent candidate.
But you still will vote for president. You will not vote? You will make the vote invalid?
When I get there, I will decide.
Are you not getting support from any of the sides, opposition or? I'm
supported by friends and family. Not friends and families.
But these friends and families have, some sort of sympathy for someone a presidential candidate.
Their interest is not my interest.
But they give you resources.
I'm about to lead a country. I should have an independent mind to lead a country that got over 600,000 people.
Well, you join a political party afterwards.
That is not the priority for now. The priority for now is how we can win the elections. Friends and family that are supporting will remain very much appreciative of their idea. We are trying as much as possible to remain independent until the process. We got 10 or 12 days to go for the process. So if we can take it for more than 1.5 years to reach here, I don't think I need a political party or anybody now to make a case. If I win the election, like I'm optimistic, I believe God already signed it, is not to start aligning with people or realigning with people on the basis of what they can give me now. So I'm optimistic. I remain appreciative of my support to the people on the basis of those who have been helping. I pray to God that God will keep encouraging them that we can raise some funding for pool washers.
Okay.
I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, he's Armstrong Gobak Sedebo, a senatorial candidate in Nimba County. He's been my guest on the Bumper Show this afternoon. Damawa Fofana has been beyond cameras on LNTV Liberia live Facebook page. My name is Vafle Kamara. You can join the station